It's got a lot of power, so if you're confident enough to start on a 650, I would recommend this over. We are here with my 2021 Yamaha MT07. This is my 1 month review. For you guys who are regulars of the channel, you would know that I had a Benelli 502, also a 2021 model, prior to owning this. And if you check up on the top corner up there, Brendan had done a review, his first ride review impression of that bike. Now that bike was good when I first started, but I've kind of outgrown it in terms of power, so now I've gotten to the maximum power that a restricted license rider can ride, which is 650, which is what this is. This is a 650cc. So as I said, it's the Yamaha MT07. Now, I've had this bike for a month, and to be honest, it is so much fun. The moment I rode this bike, I knew that it was one. This bike just put a smile on my face, like almost instantly. Like, you know when you hop on a bike, you just kind of know, or even a car or whatever, you just kind of know that that's the one. This was the exact same for me with this bike. The bike cost me 10,500 Australian dollars, second hand. It was like 12,000. I think it was an extra $2,000 for a brand new one, but there's a 3-month delay apparently, so I didn't want to wait that long. So this is a year-old 2021 model, as I said. So there was basically no Ks on it whatsoever. There's approximately 4,000 Ks when I first got it. So yeah, absolutely nothing, brand new. So color, I don't mind the blue. Black one's always nice, but they didn't have any. This is the only one they had in stock for a decent price, at least. To register it, so the stamp duty to transfer it was approximately $350. That's with the price of it being 10,500. And insurance, I can't remember insurance. I think it was around $50 a month. I'm not too sure. Could be less. I'm not sure. I set it up a while ago. The pros for the bike is this bike is super light, as Brennan had said in his first impressions ride, compared to the Benelli TRK, which is obviously an adventure bike. This is a naked style bike. This is a lot more nimble, a lot more light. You can throw it around corners, as Brennan would say, which is 100% true. The engine sounds really good. Obviously the stock exhaust sounds like shit, but we're going to be replacing that soon. It is tax time, so my tax return will be going straight to a brand new exhaust. I'm leaning towards an M4 exhaust, but I'm also, for convenience sake, because stocks now are very hard to find for the M4 around here at least, I'm looking towards the Yoshimura R77 full system exhaust. They're not going to be slip-ons, it's going to be full system. I'll make this bad boy purr like a kitty. Like, their stock exhaust sounds alright, but like every freaking stock exhaust sounds tinny as shit. But you can hear the potential of what this thing could be, which is why I am opting to get a new exhaust. But that is a pro at the same time, as you can hear the potential of what it can be. Pro and a negative, I guess. Pro and a con. Another good point for this bike is, like I said, it's power. Like Brennan's bike, I had a ride of it, and he's got an aftermarket exhaust and that on it, Leo Vance, or Leo Vance, what do you pronounce it as? And it just sounds faster, and it is like, he just upgraded these sprockets and all that good stuff, his chain, and his bike pulls hard. But yeah, this definitely has a lot of go. Definitely a lot more than my last bike. So more power, it's lighter, sounds good, like this just ticks all my boxes. Another pros, because I'm pretty tall, I'll do a video on it soon. Check the top of the cards, could be up there one day. Yeah, so I'm a tall rider. I'm 6'3", 6'3" or 190 centimeters. I'm not too sure about the inseam, but I wear 38 pants, so whatever the inseam is on those, yeah, that's my height, and I fit this bike really well. As you can probably see, my knees sit below the tank. There's actually grips on the side of the bike, and my legs actually fit on those grips. I'll do a video, as I said, showing you what it looks like with somebody that's 6'3". That was obviously one of my fears of buying like a naked or a sports bike, was that it wouldn't fit me. But this fits quite nicely, I'm not gonna lie. Wouldn't have chosen it if I look like a big bloody big retard on it. But yeah, look at this thing, it just gets up and goes. Yeah, bloody love it. Look, I'm only doing 60 and it feels like I'm flying. Downshifting is so easy on this bike. The only thing which actually I'll use the caveat into the cons, is the clutch. You can obviously change your clutch and shit like that, but the bite point on this bike, as stated from Brendan, is that it's practically all the way out. Like, there is not much wiggle room at all. But in saying that, it's a pro and a con, because when you shift gears, you only have to pull it in just a fraction, boom, and it'll let it out straight away. Because that bite point is just like millimeters in difference. Which is a pro and con, I guess. So it just takes a lot of getting used to it compared to my other bike, where it's like basically half engagement before you engage the clutch. This one, totally different. This one's like all the way out. There's not much room for error. You let it out too far, you stall. Let out not enough, you're revving and you're not going anywhere. What I've noticed with this bike, at least with the stock exhaust, stock setup and all that stuff so far, this bike loves the higher RPMs. So I find myself always in like no more than third gear, maybe most of the time, and the rev counter is always in between 4 and 5 at most, and the bike feels like it has the most power in that range. Quite torquey. I have seen other YouTube videos of people saying that because this bike is so light, it is so easy to wheelie. Now, I don't know how to wheelie, I've never wheelied, and there's a saying, if you don't want to risk your bike, don't do it. And I just got this, I don't want to risk the bike, but when I get a little bit more confident, I'll be doing some wheelies on this thing. It's all going to come down to learning this clutch, because as I said, it's a bit awkward for me at the moment. Still revving it out a little bit just to so I don't stall to take off. Yeah. Alright, we'll start off with the very first con, which griped me straight off the rip when I took it for the test ride, and that is, and Brendan actually pointed it out as well actually, and that is the indicators, the controls down here. They're very small, and you can mistake that horn because they're really close together and really small. Also with the indicator, there is you actually have to push it from the top. If you push it from like the side, it actually gets stuck, it doesn't click in. So you got to actually push it from the top, which is really uncomfortable sometimes. It just feels awkward. And I think the spacing between the clutch and the thing, you kind of have to open your hand completely, and I've got pretty big hands in order to, like, if you have to make a last minute indication, yeah, you kind of feel very unstable because you're not really holding the handlebars. If you can probably see on the thing here, it says we're in eco mode. Brendan actually brought this up. There is no modes, unfortunately, because I was actually hoping there'd be a sports mode and give it a little bit extra torque, but no, unfortunately not. Eco mode, as I said in, I put it in the little remarks on Brennan's review of the bike. There's no modes. Eco means that the bike is actually, it's not getting thrashed, essentially. You're at a very low RPM rate. You're basically saving the bike fuel, essentially. You're being very eco, because if you give it and you're always in a higher RPM, the eco mode will turn off, or yeah, eco mode as you call it. Oh yes, as for another con, it's actually the side of the bike actually where your knees grip onto the tank. There is like a plastic cover there, obviously, where your knees grip onto. It's got a little bit of grip on it, but that, actually, when I say there's a little bit of grip on there, I'm lying to you, because there's like nothing. It's so slick. At first I thought it was like some type of polish or something that they put on the tank, obviously to make it look like a matte finish, but like I said, I've had the bike for about a month now, and it's still slick. And so I'm gonna be definitely getting some tank grips. I'll be sticking them on here, because it is quite slick. My leg is like sliding right now like this, see? There's no grip whatsoever on it. Don't like that. Hey, the stock exhaust. Brennan didn't like the mirrors, and I'm the same. So like, they're all right, but they'd only bend at this ball point here, what I've noticed, and I just don't like the look of them, the stock mirrors. So they will be getting replaced soon with some bar end mirrors, so I'll be doing that. Another thing I don't like really, but it is a naked bike, so what do you expect, is it doesn't have a windshield. So on the motorway, you do get smacked around a little bit, like compared to having the big like mirror, not mirror, what do you call it, windshield. Like, there is a bit of a difference, but honestly on the motorway, like, I don't feel it too bad. But I do not like that it doesn't come with a mirror. Obviously it's aftermarket, it's pretty cheap, pretty easy install, so I'll get a little one to make the bike look a little bit more aggressive. Another gripe I have with it, another con, is it chews through fuel really fast. I guess that's with any bike. If you give it a little bit, if you're like always on the throttle like this, then yeah, you're gonna chew through the fuel. But yeah, this bit of a fuel monster. That's a bit of a con, but you know, shit happens. Another pro I have actually for the bike is changing gears. It is so freaking easy to change gears on this bike. I love it. Compared to the Benelli, I always had trouble trying to find the gears because your foot was like kind of stretched out. Brennan called it forward controls, but it's not that's not true forward controls. So it was mid controls, but it was a bit more reached out. I guess it's just your standard adventure bike style pegs. This it's pretty much directly under you. It's a little bit like a super sport, but you're less tucked, more of a semi-neutral position, body position. So yeah, but the actual changing of gears, the gears is really smooth, very easy. Bike changes gears and downshifts with ease, very smooth. That's really all I've got for dislikes for this bike, because there isn't many, to be honest. It's a great bike. Like, this is my second restricted license bike. Brennan said it perfectly in the video about the Benelli, that it being a really good first bike. This could be as well. It's got a lot of power, so if you're confident enough to start on a 650, I would recommend this over the Benelli any day. But you see, because I was obviously new to riding, I wanted to kind of ease into it. After riding this and the Benelli and all that, hell, I'm ready for a 1000cc bike. But it's got enough power for now, enough torque. That torque really helps it. The bike is also really customizable, if I haven't already said that. It makes me feel so good to... There's plenty of options out there to customize this thing. Bike's been around forever, so the aftermarket scene is quite prevalent in it. Another gripe I have actually I was going to set up Brennan's 360 camera on this bike to film this video, but yeah, there's no room on the handlebars to do it. There's not much space. I'll have to like undo my GoPro mount, and I don't really want to do that. That's why I didn't do it. So yeah, more handlebar space would have been nice, but hey, shit happens. Alright guys, well that's the end of this 1 month review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and we'll be back with another video very soon. Peace.